Hello everyone. We started learning various pre-trained models. So in the previous session we have seen Roberta, we have seen ExcelNet, we have seen BERT. Now in this session we will be learning some more pre-trained language models, that is Distilbert and Albert. So what is Distilbert? Distilbert is a smaller, faster and a lighter version of BERT which was developed by Hugging Face. This was created through a process called knowledge distillation. What do you mean by knowledge distillation? Distillation, if you understand the word distillation, it means you are trying to filter out something, right? So, from a huge knowledge, if you consider, you are trying to filter out a specific knowledge and trying to work with the model. Maybe that is how they gave the name Distilbert. It's a smaller, faster and lighter version of BERT, and it was created through a process called knowledge distillation, wherein a smaller model is trained to replicate the behavior of a larger model. So, say for example, you are trying to train it on a model called student, and it is trying to replicate the behavior of a huge data set that is called teacher. Example he is giving. Now, what are the key features of Distilbert? It is very smaller compared to the BERT, wherein almost 40% fewer parameters compared to BERT. Because of this reduction in the number of parameters, the model is very small and more efficient, using very less number of resources and memory compared to BERT. It is very fast, approximately 60% faster in order to train the model, to run the inferences compared to BERT. So, this, because of its reduction in number of resources needed, reduction in number of parameters needed and its increased performance speed, this is an application which is preferred whenever you need to have more faster solutions. Performance retained, even though this is very small, Distilbert is retaining approximately 97% of language understanding capabilities of what the BERT is having, and it is able to perform various tasks like text classification, question answering, named entity recognition, etc. Knowledge distillation. During the training phase, the Distilbert is trying to learn from BERT's output rather than the raw data corpus, right? This is enabling the model to approximate the performance of BERT without need for requiring so many parameters, right? Transformer architecture, like BERT, Distilbert is also using transformer architecture, but with less number of layers. In BERT's base version, we have 12 layers of the model, whereas Distilbert is using 6 layers, right? And it can still process the input tokens in bidirectional manner. And it can, because of the bidirectional natures, though it has less number of layers, it is able to capture the context in a similar manner to BERT. What are the advantages? Efficiency is one advantage. What is the efficiency in terms? It is requiring less resources like memory, less number of parameters in the input data, and it is very faster, right? It can be used in resource constrained environments like mobile devices, edge computing, etc. Pre-trained and adaptable. Because BERT is going for pre-trained and fine-tuned, Distilbert is a smaller version of that. So, still the concepts of pre-training and fine-tuning are prevailing. It can perform various text classification and sentiment analysis of various applications. This is very cost effective because of its reduced model size and less number of resource requirements. What are the applications? Just like BERT, it can also do text classification tasks, it can do question answering, named entity recognition, etc. The final pre-trained language model which we are going to see is Albert, which is known as a light BERT. This is an optimized version of BERT which is designed to reduce the model size and improve the efficiency, and we are still going to maintain the performance which is prevailing in BERT. This is developed by Google Research. This Albert is addressing the limitations of BERT in terms of memory and computational efficiency. What are the key features of Albert? It is having reduced number of parameters compared to BERT. It is having very less number of parameters compared to BERT. And how come it is having less number of parameter requirement? Because of the two techniques. One is factorized embedding parameterization, wherein instead of using a large one-to-one embedding, it factorizes them into smaller matrices, wherein you are trying to reduce the number of embedded parameters. Cross-layer parameter sharing, the parameters which are used in one layer can be used in the other layers in a multi-layer architecture. So, we call this as cross-layer parameter sharing. Smaller model and same performance, even though this is very small compared to BERT, this is Albert is trying to achieve same performance on par with BERT whenever it is performing NLP related tasks. Sentence order prediction, Albert introduces one more pre-training task called sentence order prediction, which is trying to improve BERT's next sentence prediction. This sentence order prediction focuses on detecting when two sentences are given and you are trying to swap them, it can identify who should come first, who should come next. Even though you are swapping their order, it can still identify who should come first, who should come next. Because of its size reduction, because of its number of parameter requirement is reduced, Albert gives a faster performance and it is more efficient, and because you are trying to reduce the number of parameters, memory requirements are also reduced, thereby the computational power increases. What are the advantages? It has got efficiency advantage compared to BERT, scalability. Right now it is smaller in size compared to BERT, but if you want, it can be scaled to larger data sets, right? And then improved pre-training task, not only next sentence prediction, it has added one more concept called sentence order prediction, right, which will try to improve the performance during pre-training. What are the applications? All the applications which BERT is catering to can be done by Albert, like text classification, question answering, named entity recognition, etc. Thank you.